out of all y'all as we're started to go. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays. We've got a really, really good Total Chaos for you guys tonight. It's the Total Chaos playoffs, 4 NBA games, 2 NHL games, and just for bonus picks, we threw in 2 MLB games as well. We had some crap talk throughout some of our shows. Midday Money, there was some chatter. On my Morning Wood show, we had a little chatter. So this is what we've got set up here. Sean Higgs, you're taking on the Twins, but not as a pair, as individuals. How you feeling about this matchup, Sean?
We could add their scores together and I'll still beat them. Come on, it's easy.
You sent me a text earlier that said you guys are going to have to bring your whole family. Tim Earle, how you feeling? Taking on Higgs, taking on Nick?
Bring it on. I feel confident. I have to hockey on my own tonight, so that might be the questionable spot, but I'm ready for this. Let's go.
All right, and Nick Earle up on top. You ready? You ready to rock?
Yeah, I mean, the only one that I'm really afraid of is the one right below me. I'm not worried about that fool in that corner down there. It's Higgs I'm really worried about, but yeah, I'm ready to go.
Really? I'm most worried about Allie.
Oh, yeah, she can sneak up and get you too.
You should be. You should be. You saw we talked about the gun show earlier. Okay, I want to set this up so that Tim has to go first on the hockey. So if it was Nick, Higgs, Tim, Nick, Higgs. Okay, so that doesn't work. So it's got to be
just start.
Tim will start on hockey. I could go. I'll just go in the middle because one brother loves NBA, one loves hockey. And I'll just go anywhere.
We're just going to mix this up right here. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so NBA playoffs. Tim, this is your forte, so I'm going to ditch it over to Nick. You can start us off with the Bucks at the Heat. 221.5 is the number.
I'm going to start by going under the 221.5 here. I think we're going to see some defense, and really Miami hasn't been shooting the ball particularly well in this series. So far in the series, it's been 197, 198, and 230. So I think we see an under in this series. My number is 216.7 for this one. Under is where we're looking here.
Okay, Higgs, what are you going to say about it?
Well, at least there's one smart guy in that family. I'm with him on the under. Yeah, I mean, what is there to say here? Miami, if they were going to come out to play, it would have been Game 3. Utterly embarrassed again. I think they're going to mail it in. Milwaukee gets it done. Obviously playing with a chip on their shoulder from last year, so they're bringing up both sides of the court. I like the under here. 221 seems a little high. He had said, what do you got? 216.5. I figured it would be about the 214 range, so we're right on the same.
All right, Tim, are we going for 3 here?
We are. This seems like a good spot to go under. 221 is a little bit high. These two teams haven't hit it the first 3 games, and yeah, I think Milwaukee just comes through and just cleans it out. Miami hasn't really shown up this entire series, and I don't expect things to turn tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to grab the under in this one.
Okay, so we all 3 agree. Sorry, I'm sharing us out to our people here. Okay, so next one in the NBA, Nuggets are at the Blazers. Higgs, roll with this one. 227 is the number.
Over the total for me here. I had the over in Game 3. You figured Portland's going to be home. They're going to come out, try to make a statement, go up in the series. Denver was going to have to come out and play their A game because, let's be honest, they want home field back, or home court, whatever you want to call it. I'm expecting more of the same here. Portland likes to run. Sometimes the defense is totally absent. We see them give up 130, 140 a pop. So 227.5, a little low. I think it was like 228 the other day. So, I mean, I like it anywhere under like 232. I'll take it over. Give me the over here.
Over we go. Tim, how about you?
Oh yeah, you have to go over in this one. The first 3 games have shown nothing but offense. I think actually we did get a little bit lucky with yesterday's over cash. I think there was like 20 or 25 points scored in the last 4 minutes. So it was a sweat to the end. I think it finally hit the over with like 20 seconds left because of free throws. It's one of those. Yeah, I think this one goes way over. And I'll even add, I think Campazzo will have at least 13 to 14 points in this one alone. So I'm going over in this one.
All right, go Campazzo, go.
Who's Campazzo? Who's that guy?
He's a basketball player.
He's the starting point guard for the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, really? I thought it was Chris Jackson. I'm sorry, I don't know. You guys
Chris
don't know who Chris Jackson is? Yeah.
No.
Mohammed Abdul-Rauf. He changed his name. You don't even know. No, you guys.
No.
Someone's going to watch the show and know who it is. There'll be somebody in their 40s going to come in and be like, I remember those teams.
I'm in my 40s. I don't remember that.
I got another Nugget guy here from Amazing Grace and Chuck. It was a movie back in the 80s. Alex English, Amazing Grace and Chuck. Go look it up. It was about nuclear war. He was like a pacifist. I don't know. I remember it as a kid. Whatever. All right, I'm off the blocks here. Go ahead, Nick. Give us your pick. I'll take over. Nick, what do you like here? Get showing off the mic.
Oh yeah, it makes me feel so great now that I'm agreeing with someone that's going off the rails. Yeah, I'm going over as well. This series, yeah, as Tim said, has shown us nothing but offense. 235, 237, 232, and yet we're getting a total at 227. I feel like that's just entirely too low. I think 230, 231, 232 is where this total should be. I have it at 233.4. This would be a bet for me, so I like over in the Denver game.
All right, over and bet it now. Bet it while the betting's good. All right, 76ers are at the Wizards, 227.5. Tim, start this one off.
I'm going over in this one. I know that I'll get at least one disagreement here, but this Wizards team is just way too high paced for our 227, and the Sixers are willing to go with them. They've gone over this total. I think 2 out of the 3 games so far this year. Oh no, there's only game 3 tomorrow.
Yep, 2
yeah, there's only game. Yeah. This one should be able to go over. It's gone over the 2 games. This is a good spot for it.
All right, Nick, what do you say?
Yeah, this one's a slightly towards the over. It's 227.5. I have the number at 228 here, so over by half a point. And yeah, these two teams have gone over this total in like 5 of their last 10 combined. So I mean, this is as leany you can get. It's like it's not a lean, it's a tilt towards the over.
Yeah, 5 out of 10 is 50%. So
yeah, it's a tilt to the over.
Right, that's good. What do you think about this one, Higgs?
I'm going under. I had under in game 1. I'm going to go under here, and I'm just, what worries me is whenever the team's down 2-0, they got to come out and kind of give it everything, right? You get down 3-0, it's over. So 2-0, you think they're going to come out and play well, but I don't know. I just don't. The backcourt hasn't. They haven't. They're down 0-2, so they're not scoring here. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna go under. And plus, I'll be at least we got an opposite one here. I guess I don't know. I'm an under guy. I had under game 1. I'm coming back game 3 on the under.
All right, I like it. Hey, someone's got to win the game. All right, so Jazz at the Grizzlies, 224 is the number. Higgs, I'm going to pass it to you.
Over the total. Like that Sixer game was the hardest one for me to do on the show of all the games we're doing today. That was the one I was like, just usually I tell people if you got to think about things like, well, is this guy a Hall of Famer? If you got to think, he's not. If you got to think about a game, don't bet on it. You have an idea of what you want, stick with it. This one here, no hesitation to the over. Jazz, I know these guys are on Memphis big. I get it, and it has nothing to do with that. I just think that what we saw last game is your Jazz team. They're going to come out. They'll play Memphis this game. They want to run. Let's go. 224. It could be 244. I don't know. I think it's going to be – this game's going to be like a 130, 120. This game's going to get in the 120s, both of the teams. So I'll call the over here.
Tim, what do you think?
This one's got to go over. With the pace of the Grizzlies, they are a young team, and they're just going to go. They're a decent defensive team, so expect some points from the Jazz. Jazz will play to the pace of the Grizzlies. They'll play down, they'll play up, they'll play whatever pace, and they'll most likely win tomorrow. I have the Grizzlies to win, to cover spreads, because they keep giving us 8 points and 10 points. Didn't work out game 2. I had a game 1 that worked out nicely. It's I think about a 5-6 point spread right now. It's because Memphis is at home. I would take the points with Memphis tomorrow, just because I feel like that's a solid spot for them at home.
Yeah, I agree. I did a free pick video on that game earlier today, and I like Memphis. I love a home dog. I'm all over it. Yeah. Nick, what do you think about this one?
I'm going to go under in this one. These two teams, previous to that 270-point outburst in game number 2, had gone under this total in 4 straight games before it. Utah 221, 220, 202, 203. Memphis 221, 198, 196, and 214. These two teams, I think, will play better defense after that absolute embarrassment for defense, or whatever they call defense in game number 2 there. I think that this game stays under. And I think my number is 221.5 for it. So it's a slight under, but I like the under for this one.
Okay, a little contrarian action out of Nicholas Earle. Before we move into the NHL playoffs, I just want to remind everybody that we do have have your game time thing. The Nick Earls, Nick and Tim Earle.
Oh, yeah, I'm the face of it. So yeah,
you're the face of it. That's the funniest thing. Oh, that's great. So let me type it in now, but tell them about your special deal over at picksandparlays.net while I type this in.
I believe the link will be in the description of the video below, but if you go to picksandparlays.net/game time, it's for game time decision. You can get 50% off our 7-day packages.
Yes, which is a killer deal. 50% off 7 days. I should have been more prepared. I apologize. Here we go. All right.
Amateur.
I know. I put it in the description. I just forgot to put it into here. Okay, so let's move into the NHL now. Tim Earle, I'm going to have you start this off since it's your very favorite sport. The Toronto Maple Leafs are taking on Montreal Canadiens. 5.5 is your number. Go.
I think I have to take the under in this one. Throughout this series, it's been under. I think they went over last game. I don't watch hockey. I don't really know. But yeah, I think that for this one, Toronto will end up winning it, and it'll be like a 3-0, 4-0 game, and they're going to close it out.
All right. Nick, was he right?
Yeah, I'll give him credit. He's correct for this one. These two teams have gone under in 8 of their 15 games this season, with 2 of those being pushes. I think this is like a 3-1 type of game where Toronto is going to close it out in Montreal tomorrow night. Defense is definitely what's been emphasized in the series. Last game did go over, so I expect this one to go under. I like under 5.5 for this one as well.
Higgs, grade them. Were they right?
I'm getting in a little short bus with these two guys. I mean, 7 goals last game. Are you kidding me? I'm on the. I mean, what the heck is that Montreal? I got on here. I kicked Montreal's back in like they're terrible, blah blah blah, and then they come out and hurt me on the puck line, hurt my under. I couldn't even. But back to reality. Under like this one should be what 4-0, 4-1. Let's go. Toronto in the under.
Yeah, Montreal put up as many goals in Game 5 as they did 1 through 4. Just to give you guys an idea.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Okay, so under's looking good on that one. Let's we'll let Nick start this one off. New York Islanders at the Boston Bruins. 5 is the number there. What do you think of that?
I'm gonna go over here. We're asking the Islanders and the Bruins to score 2 goals each, and I think that's totally reasonable. The Islanders proved last series against the Penguins they can put up goals. They're not this offensive hungry team that they were at the end of the regular season where they're putting up 1s and 2s and 0s. They're getting offensive production from their 3rd, 4th lines as well. Clutterbuck's put up a few goals. Palmieri's been really good during this last series. This is an Islanders team that can put up a couple goals, and I think both teams will put up at least 2. So I see 3-2 in overtime. If I could say push, I'll say push, but I'll go over in this one.
Okay. Higgs, what do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough one because I immediately want to just come to the under here, right? Because it was like 5.5, and then it immediately drops to 5. But you're laying on the over. You're laying 125, 130 the over, and it's plus money on the under. It's a tough one. Series wise, 6 of the last 9, 6-1-2 to the under in Boston this series, 11-4-4 overall to the under. I'm gonna go under. I still think that these guys are gonna play like regular season type games here. 2-1. I know. Listen, Nick brought up good points. Like you figure 2-2, and you got to push, or you could be losing. I mean, this could be 2-2 in a second, But give me the under. I'm going under.
5s are icky to me. I don't like an over on 5. It just looks like so Joe Public, like jamming over. I don't know. I don't like it. What do you think, Tim? You be the tiebreaker, over or under?
I am going to disagree with Nick. I'm going under in this one. Both these two teams, I look at the numbers, have been heavy under teams this year. Yes, the Islanders have put up more goals in the series against the Penguins, but Penguins are more of an offensive team, and that's the majority of the reason why they went over is because Penguins don't really play much defense. On the other side, Bruins, I think this one's going to be a heavy defensive game, probably a 1-0, 2-0 type game. Give me the under.
Okay, so that's it. Either Nick's a genius or not. Or not. So we've been doing our Total Chaos playoffs, but because I had 3 cappers on, I wanted to have 3 sports on. So we threw in 2 extra MLB picks for this Saturday as well, just so you get the full package. You know,
exactly. We wouldn't do WNBA because that's not a real sport. And
oh my God, here we go.
We're number 1 on WNBA in the Picks and Parlays website. Just putting it out there.
You know, you can bet on it. It's a real sport. Steve Earle knows what he's talking about. Hit the like button, people, if you're just joining us.
Dad.
Hit that like button. I love Steve. He always says hi to me when I'm at their houses and I see him.
I love that your dad has like a Google account. My dad's like,
I know, right?
He's. Oh.
We made it for him last week. Last month, sorry. Give him a little bit more credit.
I got to go over there. I get him on his computer. He's got AOL mail. He just wants to, I got to save a bunch of clips from the West Wing and Doobie Brothers songs. And
Tony Carpio, you know better than this too. If you can make money betting on it, then it's a sport, okay? I don't care if it's the frog tossing. It's a sport. Because you can make money on frog tossing. In Arkansas, made some good money in Arkansas on frog tossing. Anyway, so let's move into the MLB. Giants are at, well, now you're in Texas, Higgs. You'll see at the bars, they have all got like turtle racing. You get a bunch of turtles in a circle.
I saved a turtle.
I
was coming through my new development, and there was a turtle in the road. I took him, I picked him up, I moved him off to the side, and then my daughter's like, you should have saved it. I want a turtle. And I'm thinking, I guess I got to brought him home. Then my mind's spinning because I'm like, you know what? I put this poor SOB back on like the dirt and stuff where they literally have truck tires that are the size of my house, 30 feet, that are like drilling like the land and pulling up. I'm like, this poor guy is turtle soup.
Oh, it makes me sad.
Yeah, I felt bad. I drove back looking to find him. I drove back like, and you thought they would. Listen, I caught a turtle in a crab trap down at the shore house, and me and my son were crabbing, and we have like we usually do like 1 or 2 traps with a lot of drop lines, but we have a trap for like my daughter. It's easier. Pulled up a big sea turtle, right? Put the trap down. Let me tell you, turtles on land in sand, these puppies move. Don't fall for that slow turtle stuff at sand. That guy took off to the races. Yeah. That's total BS. Just like the Earth is round, it's flat. Turtles are slow.
Yes.
It's almost like turtles were meant for us to bet on them. Like you can write a number on their shell. I'm just saying.
I like the way you think.
Exactly. All right. So let's move into the MLB. We're going to talk the Giants at the Dodgers, 2 picks, and then we'll do a recap on all the games that we went through. Higgs, you're talking right now. Keep going. Giants at the Dodgers, 7.5.
I'm going to go over the total here. Listen, Urias has been pitching well. He's been lights out his last 3 starts. He's got like a 1.8 something ERA, and Dodgers are winning. And let's be honest, San Fran has overachieved most of the season. Right, Gausman, Descaflini, Cueto, they've all been better than they had been. This lineup is not a good lineup. Webb, first start off the DL, was off the injured list. That's an automatic fade for me. I don't want to get involved with games like that, or I'm leaning over on it. So, Urias, listen, could he come out and go 7 and give up 1 run? Yeah, but I think the Dodgers are going to score. They're starting to heat up a little bit. I know Betts hasn't hit much this year, and they still got guys on the DL, but I'm going to go over to 7.5 here. I'm going over.
Higgs is taking it over. What do you think, Tim?
I'll agree with that one. I'm going to go over. I think that the Dodgers can probably do it by themselves. Webb hasn't really been pitching good the past couple of games. I think Urias can get tagged up a little bit. I think that 7.5 is a little bit too low for this one. I think it'll end up being a 9 or a 10, somewhere in that range. So I'm going to go over as well.
Okay, Nick, what do you say? You getting in the bus?
You guys really want me to be a contrarian one here. I like the under of this game. Julio Urias has been pitching really well. Dodger Stadium is more of an under ballpark. This is just Logan Webb. He's been okay. I think that this could be a 5-1, 6-1 type of game, and it stays under. So I like the under in this one.
All right. Quite contrary, Nicholas.
He has been 3. He's got 3 different. I got 1 different. He has 3. And, well, Tim, he's just going to jump on everybody else's back to.
Hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Who said that?
That's totally fair.
It's on tape.
I was just going because I write them all down. I keep my little book because I'm a psycho. I don't believe in. Listen, we were talking about doing pictures. I'm like, no, I write it down. Notebooks.
I'll write it down all on my board when I'm done.
Old school. I don't believe in recycling. That's you young guys. You're gonna wipe it off, start over. Nah, I want to pollute. I'm gonna throw this on I'm gonna throw this on a tire, put some motor oil on it, light it on fire when it's done.
Well, when I have a whole entire wall due to a whiteboard.
I know the whiteboard wall. I remember. It's crazy.
God, a wall whiteboard, man.
Hell yeah.
So many index cards. I used to go through so many index cards.
Yes, I remember
that.
Index cards.
I'm still surrounded by index cards at like all times, man. Okay, so one more to go. We've got the Rangers at the Mariners. Tim, you're going to go first, so you can't copycat.
You know what? They will still probably copy me. I'm going over in this one. The pitchers don't scare me. Dunn hasn't really been pitching as well lately, and Fulte can get easily blown up. These offenses, I think, have enough in them to be able to push this one to the over. It's only an 8.5. Tie up a game 4-4, and you got the over. So I'm going to go over in this one.
It's just that easy. You just got to tie up a game 4-4, then you're going over.
Yeah, totally.
Nick, what do you think about this one?
I am not a fan of these offenses by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know why you think they're going to score any runs. Yes, I understand it's Mike Fultonevich and Justin Dunn pitching, but these offenses are awful. Like when you look at the hitters, Texas, they got Garcia, and they got Gallo, and they got Kiner Falefa. And for Seattle, they got Ty France and Haniger and Clinic. Like these are like AAA or 4A. They're good enough to be in the MLB, but they're not good MLB players. I don't think we see many runs at all. I see this being like a 4-2 type of game. Under is where we go for this one.
So the 4-4 thing, it's not happening. That's what Nick says. Not today. Higgs, what do you think? You be the tiebreaker.
I'm on the under. I was going to say, I think they got to get the 4. Somebody's got to get the 4 runs first. I mean.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's asking a lot.
And the weird thing about this, like I saw, like Cirque opened this up at 8, and then everybody else had 8.5. So you know what? I like the under either way, and I saw that guys I respect over there making lines had it at 8. Everybody else had 8.5. So yeah, I like the under. Fulte's off a good start. Dropped his ERA a whole half run off of 1 start. So that tells you, it's kind of bloated, but. He is what he is. He's obviously not Atlanta Brave Fulte, but I'm going to go under here. These offenses, as I mentioned, these are like 4A guys, or you got some prospects, but they're not. They're playing because the teams are cheap and not spending big money on players. It's a youth movement, so you're going to have growing pains. I'm on the under here, 8.5. I'll gladly take the under.
All right, I love Fulte, but he's not the same guy. You're right. Okay, so. We're going to do a little recapping, but before we do, you should first probably go grab a pen and a paper because a lot of stuff's about to go down and you're going to want to take notes. Second, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. And if you want to find these guys outside of the show, you can find Sean Higgs at @real_Higgs on Twitter. Tim is at Earle Sports Bets, and Nick is at Nicholas_Earle. That's where you can follow them on Twitter. And if you're interested in buying some premium plays from these guys, and they've all been pretty hot over at picksandparlays.net, use the promo code HISTORY to save you 20% off of the entire site. We also have a super special offer going on for the Earle's picks. If you hit this link, picksandparlays.net/gametime. It will save you 50% off of the Earle's 7-day package. It's kind of a big deal, kind of a huge thing. So you might want to check that out. Lots of picks, 3 to 5 picks a day for 7 days. Good value. We're all about
I've been telling people for 2 weeks to buy them. I'm like, go get these guys. I said, use my link. I said, go and just go to the leaderboard. I said, they're on the top of the leaderboard. Go get them.
I know. I text you the thing. I'm like, what have they got you on the payroll? You're promoting them? Like, that's my job, man.
Man, whatever. Find the guys who are hot. I say it.
Yeah.
On the show. Listen, you're going to have a huge hot run. Ride it because it's eventually it's going to have a hiccup. It's not going to be like hitting huge winners, and then it bounces out. You got to ride hot guys. The people who buy people who are hot. That's it. Unless you're getting people buying nearly. They love the leaderboards and who's rolling around for a week or two, making that money.
Right. Making that money, honey. Okay, so let's do our recap. Yeah, you guys are super hot. I'm really proud of y'all. Y'all are kicking butt and taking names. So excellent work, guys. Ride it till the wheels fall off. Okay, so the Bucks, 221.5. We all say it is going under the total. Nuggets is at 227. Higgs and Tim say it goes over. Nick says
I was on the over for
No,
Nuggets.
he's on over. We're all on the over this
Are
game.
you?
Nuggets.
Okay, well then I'll screw it up. My bad. This is why we recap also, just in case something goes wrong. All right, so everybody is on the over in the Nuggets game, 227. It's going over. 76ers, 227.5. Tim and Nick are over. Higgs is going under. Says you guys are knuckleheads. You got it all wrong.
Hey, we could be.
Jazz at 224. Higgs and Tim are on the over. Nick is contrarian here, taking it under, but they do all agree that the Toronto Maple Leafs game is going to go under the total.
So based on that NBA pick, so Tim's actually more of a knucklehead than I am so far, right? Since it's because he's been different twice. The knuckleheads have been me and Nick had gone opposite, and then so Tim was the same. So he was the knucklehead, agreeing both times with somebody else.
Copycatter. No, I'm just kidding.
Come on.
Hey,
Step
I mean,
up your game, Tim. Let's
I like.
go.
It doesn't matter if I'm copying, as long as I'm winning. It don't really matter.
Right? Whatever cashes the tickets, people, okay? Okay, so Islanders game, Nick is taking it over. Higgs and Tim say that sucker goes under. Giants game, 7.5. Nick's on the under, but Higgs and Tim are on the over. Rangers are at an 8.5. Nick and Higgs take it under. Tim is on the over. And that is all of our picks. Here we go. I was just
that's a lot, right?
Now let's keep going. Yeah. So then don't forget, guys, when you're at picksandparlays.net, use that promo code history to save yourself 20% off of the entire site. Guys, that was a really, really good round.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, I'll be taking on somebody next week, so we know that.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
You and your llama.
Will you, though?
Huh?
Will you?
Will I?
Will you? Fair enough.
You know what? It's actually, you got the best shot, Nick, because you got 3 opposites. So you're gonna be,
Well, I'm gonna go 8-0, so I guess it really don't matter.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well, only one way to find out, and it's to watch all the games tomorrow. We'll find out who the best capper is. Like I always say, may the best capper win. Have a good night.